filming on the camera because for some reason I've deleted everything from my phone and it just says that it has no storage available. This is like my 19th time trying to film this, so I'm a little upset, but I'm just gonna go into it. So from now on my channel, I am going to be featuring an endangered species every month, and I'm gonna highlight one for the whole month. In November, I'm going to make it the bee. I figured why not start off with a major one. One that everyone knows is endangered but doesn't really seem to care. I'm going to tell you facts about it, and I'm going to drop where I got the facts in the description, and I'm going to drop some organizations that you can send donations to help the stop of bees dying. So I figured if I can just reach one person, that's a start, and that's great, and then they can reach whoever, they can reach maybe 3, and then the 3 can reach others, and so on. And I just want to do my part. So I'm going to start off with some facts. There are over 20,000 different species of bees, at least that we know of. I'm sure there's more that we just haven't found yet in the whole world. And 4,000 of them are in America alone, so we have a major portion of the bees. Not half, not even a quarter, but a major portion. 4,000 different species is a lot of species. Beekeepers have reported the loss of hives at 30% or higher per year in America and Europe alone. That's a lot compared to how little bees we have. And we need to understand that if the bees go, we go. And if the bees go, everything goes. We need to start taking care and taking action and holding ourselves accountable for lives other than our own. 1/4 of our bee population in America is at risk, and we really need to figure out how to fix our issues with that. Pesticides and loss of habitat are some of the major reasons why they are endangered. From waste, from loss, like deforestation, and us continuously putting chemicals in the air, in the soil, on our food, on their food. We really need to figure out other ways to go about things. So I will, like I said, drop the sources in the description and drop some organizations in it. From now on, I will have bee facts in the beginning of my video, and then at the end of November, I don't know what, but we'll figure something cool out. But for now, we're just going to be learning about them and figuring out ways that we could help. I'm going to start the video now. I'm sorry, the mood feels a little off. It was really great in my last video. I was almost done. But I'm going to try and get over it and just welcome the endlessness of... I don't know where I was going with that. So I was just going to jump right into it. Today's video is everything I watched in the month of October. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't necessarily pay very close attention to what I was watching. I was very busy filming all those videos, and it was a very hard month mentally. But what I did watch was pretty good, I must say. And I didn't watch a lot. The first thing I watched, I'm not even going to say that. I don't even know what the first thing I watched. But the first thing on the list was the Hey Arnold movie. And I don't know why I had never seen this movie before. Probably because it came out way later than Hey Arnold ended. But it is about Arnold. He goes on a field trip with his school to South America, I think. And while he's there, he plans to help try and find his parents. And along the way, he comes across this village or tribe, I can't remember what they called it in the movie, of these kids. And all the adults in this village are completely, like, dead asleep. There's no way to wake them up. It's this toxic or disease or something. And so he goes to find the cure or whatever, and they worship Arnold because when he was born, I guess a volcano stopped. I don't really remember. It was the beginning of the month when I watched this. But I gave it a 5 out of 5. You can find it on Hulu. If you hear a little jingle in the background, that is just Jupiter. He's going through a phase of being destructive. But he's cute and I love him anyway. So, just if you hear noises, it's not the ghost. The next thing on the list was Bolt, and it is one of the lowest rated ones on here. It is the lowest rated one on here, actually. My best friend, Amanda, came over with her kid, and so we put on Bolt because she had never seen it before. She is almost 2. So she really enjoyed it. She loved it. I have seen that movie so many times because my nephew, one of them, would always put it on and it would just never stop. So it's a good movie. I just personally do not like it, so I gave it a 3. You can find that one on Hulu as well, but I recommend it. It's good if you haven't seen it 4 million times. It's about this dog who thinks he's a superhero or like he's got superpowers, but he's actually just an actor, but they choose not to tell him for some reason. But he gets lost and he's trying to find his way back, and then he it's like, where's my powers? Oh wait, it's the styrofoam that did it. It's a big thing. Some kids' movies I don't understand even when I was a kid, so I don't know. The next one on the list was Over the Moon, which is the new movie on Netflix. It was so good. The music is fantastic. It is nothing like I thought going into it, and I was pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of colors, which I'm like, I don't know about that, but it's about this girl and her dad. I believe they're Chinese, and they live somewhere. Like, it was 4 in the morning when I watched this. But the mom ends up dying, and the dad finds this woman, and he falls in love, and she's got a son, and the mom would always talk about the moon goddess. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name because I probably would butcher it, but it was a beautiful story about how she fell in love with this man, and then somebody came to kill them or steal some magic something, beads, I think, and she put them in her mouth and she accidentally ended up swallowing them, so she became the moon goddess and she's immortal, but her lover ended up dying on Earth. And so the girl took that to heart and she makes a rocket and goes to the moon, and it's basically all about overcoming loss and death, and it was beautiful. It was a really good movie. Highly recommend it. I highly recommend showing it to your children if you have any, or just cuddling on the couch with an animal or a stuffed animal or a significant other or just yourself. It was really good. I have had a couple of losses, no major ones yet so far. I'm gonna knock on some plastic because I don't have any wood nearby, but it really helps, I think. I didn't realize that I was still upset over some things, and like it helped. It was good. I gave it a 5. Also, they use the word dingbat a lot, and I thought my family was the only one who used dingbat because I've never heard anybody else say it, so that was crazy and really cool to hear. The next one is very dark, and I didn't want to put this one in the beginning, and I didn't want to put it in the end, so right now, right here in the middle is as good as it's gonna get. But I watched An American Murder. It is about the Shanann Watts case and how they ended up catching Chris Watts, and there's video footage of him acting like he didn't know what happened, and it is very frustrating and complicated, not complicated, but frustrating, dark, and heavy. I recommend it, but apparently Chris doesn't like it because it paints him in a negative light, and if it was me, he'd be in a worse light than he already is. The documentary was really well done. I gave it a 5. If you can stand heavy things like that, I recommend watching it. If you can't, then that's fine. Jupiter wants to say hi, so right now the camera is on his favorite place to lay down in the bedroom. And not on a lighter note, but on a very good note, I watched The Lie. It is an Amazon original from Blumhouse, and it was so good. It was a little slow. It was a little different than what I'm used to watching, but it was really good. It's about this girl. She is in ballet, and her dad gives her a ride to her ballet camp, and a friend they meet on the way, they pick her up, and the girl says, the friend's like, oh, I have to pee, so they stop, and the main girl, the dad goes looking, and then the main girl says, oh, I pushed her to the river. I couldn't stand her anymore. She's such a bitch. And all of this stuff. And so this is the movie goes on from how they cover it up and everything. And then there's a huge twist at the end. And it's really good. And you guys need to watch it. It's amazing. It is so good. The next thing on the list is the second lowest rated. It is The Wretched. It's about this boy. He moves to, I don't know, the East Coast somewhere, and he's working at his dad's boat place, and he got arrested for drugs, but there's a witch or some evil creature. Witches aren't, I'm not going to get into it, but there's some evil creature that takes hold of women, and eats the children, kind of like It, but not good. I gave it like a 2. My husband gave it a 4, I think. So we averaged it out like a 3.5. I don't recommend it. It is on Hulu. Not very good. Not very good. The next thing and the last thing on the list was an emotional roller coaster. And you don't think you would cry over something like this, but it was really, really, really good. It is a documentary, and it is My Octopus Teacher. I saw it highly recommended all over my For You page on TikTok. So I was like, I'll give it a go. We'll see how it goes. How can an octopus make me cry? They were right. Grab some tissues, grab some chocolate, whatever comforts you, because it's gonna be very upsetting. Makes me tear up just thinking about it. But it is about this man. He got into some sort of accident, I think, and so he lives, I think, in Australia. Don't quote me on that, but he lives near the ocean, so he goes into the reef every day, exploring, watching the wildlife, and he meets this octopus, and they become like best friends. And like I said, it's an emotional roller coaster. Be prepared, because I was not. I was, but I was not. It was really good. I gave it a 5. Actually, I gave it a 4.5 just because the guy talks really slow and drones on and on, but when he's talking about the octopus, it's good. When he's talking about himself, I kind of lost interest. But that's all I watched. That's my video for today. Like and subscribe. Check out the bee information below. Or below. I'm going to come up with some more bee puns. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Sorry I had to pick you up. The camera was almost destroyed by this cutie pie. Got something to say? Anyway, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys Tuesday, and have a great day, night, whenever you're watching this. Remember to stay happy in whatever walk of life you're in, because that's what matters the most. And right now, we all need a little bit of happiness. See you later. Bye.